Hello, my divine kings and queens. I am back to do another video. And today's message, I wanted to go over with you how important it is to know yourself and how important it is in being able to balance out yourself in the midst of adversity. Also finding yourself in the midst of chaos in the storm, right? I tell you, sometimes when you're on this path, it may feel like a never-ending cycle of burdens, a never-ending cycle of being misjudged, of being misunderstood, and feeling attacked and downtrodden. And I tell you, a lot of times, and I just want to say this real quick, because it goes over people's heads a lot of times, because people think that they be being slick a lot of times when they be one way to your face, be another way behind your back, or try to be conniving and manipulative and sneaky or strategic to pull from you, to steal from you, or to gain something up off of you, to be able to sling it a different way. Anything that they gain up off of you, it's to put you down, but in some type of shape, way, form, or fashion, it's beneficial to whoever it is that's going up against you, right? But I tell you all the time, everybody's not bad. You understand what I'm saying? Trouble don't last always, but I tell you all the time, and I'm always stick to this to the end of my days. We may not understand God's plan, may not even understand through the losses of things we go through in life, things we lose in life, or people we lose in life. We may not even understand God's plan, but understand that whatever it is that we felt was grand, whatever setup that God has us a part of, it's because he has us prepared for greater and bigger than what we could ever imagine. I would never lose my faith. I would never lose my grounding. I would never lose my belief. I would never lose, you understand what I'm saying? My personality and my sense of self. So I tell you all the time, if good people have to go through it, I would hate to be on the wrong side of God and not even know him if life was to take me today. I would not want to be in a space where I did not know him, where I did not have some kind of prayer regimen, where I did not at some point in time try to right my wrongs, whether it was to people, places, things, or organizations. Sometimes righting a wrong could just be pulling away from that person, place, or organization when you have already determined that they mean you no well, and listening and abiding and hearkening to God's voice and his guidance for your life, and letting his will be done over you. Let me tell you something. Death don't have no respect to persons. There won't be a man on this planet Earth, rich, poor, mean, nice. You understand what I'm saying? No man that may have a belief system or may not have a belief system that will be able to escape death. Time don't wait for no man. When you are able to find yourself in the midst of calamity, of chaos, of destruction, of ruin, it confuses the enemy, because their tactic was to throw everything that they could at you, to not just overwhelm you, not just permanently defeat you, for whatever the reasons. We're not going to get into it on this video, but it happens, and this is the stance that they do. It's to have power, control, and dominion over you and who you are and what you can get and who you can become in life. When you cross a certain plateau in your life and people never thought that you would get there, you got outside influences or groups of people from your past that talk so down on you, treated you a certain way, because the thing is misperception and also judgment. You understand what I'm saying? And people underestimating you because they think that they are bigger and greater than who they really are. And they look down upon you because they think that you are lesser than who you really are. You understand what I'm saying? So these people think that they are bigger and greater than who they really are. And they look down upon you, not even realizing who you truly are on the inside, and what you're meant to do here in this lifetime. Let them do it. They want to lie on you, let them do it. They want to spiritually attack you, let them do it. They think that they're going to get you to run away, bow down, control you. Let them think that. If they think that they can continuously be fake to you, let them do it. If they think that you're not going to be anything in your life and that they can do something bigger or greater than you, then let them think that. Because this is the thing. When God instills something in you and he placed an anointing and a calling over your life, I keep telling you, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who try to steal your lingo, your verbiage, your way of thinking, your way of doing it. Hell, who even tries to assume your identity or personality. I keep telling you how you're going to knock the originator. You understand what I'm saying? While out here trying to imitate them and duplicate them, thinking that you are going to be better. It's not going to work, because how you're going to win when you're not right within? Let people do whatever it is that they feel like they big and bad enough to do, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the person that they attacked, the person that they belittled, the person that they underestimated, the person that they grouped up to work up against, the person who they tried to smite, the person who they tried to curse, the person who they underestimated, undermined, gain stalked, lied on, created all kinds of chaos and confusion in your life, unsurmountable amounts of pain that was unnecessary, that was never supposed to be your story. But I tell you all the time, when God allows the injustices to pile up, it is not to persecute or punish you. You understand what I'm saying? But to position you for your purpose, for your path, so that he can prosper you. It doesn't matter whatever these people think that you are, because I tell you all the time, they look down upon you, but then they try to emulate you, to duplicate you, to be better than you. These people are we don't have time for their delusion of grandeur. We don't have time for their mental insanity or sickness or whatever it is that they're battling. They are your biggest haters. They are your biggest ops, but they are also your biggest fans. And that's something that you're just going to have to understand and come to grips and terms with to the rest of your days. They're going to watch, baby, that your life is their entertainment. They don't understand how you overcome. They don't understand how you maneuver. They don't understand how you navigate. They don't understand why you don't care. You ain't gonna never care. You don't like me, I'm finna push up, I'm finna walk away. Baby, let me tell you something, my mama gone. The one person that could get me in order, the one person who could scream, do, say something, and I get in order and I get in line real quick, real bad, she gone. You think I'm finna allow somebody else to sit up here and call themselves whatever and thinking that they're gonna check me? It's not going to work, baby. So I keep telling you, at the end of the day, people better come to grips with, also, since they want you to come to grips with certain things, they better come to grips with who you are. You understand what I'm saying? They better come to grips with what you have going on and how God is positioning you in this season. When he positions you and he takes you to where you need to be quiet. This is real life out here, baby. And maybe you ain't gone through enough struggle and enough loss, but I have. Maybe you ain't been defeated enough or been attacked enough and to be able to overcome and stand where you are, to be able to tell your story and have wisdom that you have at your age, at your stage in life. But I do. So I'm just telling you, sometimes we've heard that growing up. You don't have to make the same mistakes that somebody else made. If they made those mistakes and they telling you what it is and what it ain't, go ahead and listen to that person, because they done been through it already. They're telling you something so that you don't have to go through it. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing that I come up on here and I say is to misguide you, is to mislead you because I'm jealous or envious of you, because I want to see you fail, baby. I want to see you win. I want you to win and have a smooth path and a smooth ride. But unfortunately, some of us that have to go through certain things in our life that has a heart of gold, we go through the most, we go through the worst, we get dragged through the mud and no one seems to care. But let me tell you something, when you're 6 feet under, that's when you can rest. That's when you understand that you're laying your burdens down. You don't have no more burdens. You don't have no more worries or cares in this world. Okay? Because God is taking you off to another life. He's taking you to another cycle in a phase of your life. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about the things that other common folk have to worry about in this 3D life, in this 3D realm. So I keep telling you, until that happens, and as long as you got life and breath in you and you are able-bodied and you got your head on right, let me tell you something. Understand what this was and understand that it had to happen the way that it had to happen, because people was really playing on your name. People was really playing with your life. People was really messing around and had to find out. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, they may think that they are warranted. They may think that they are justified in doing what they're doing. But I keep telling you, there's going to be something that's going to happen where the position and the titles in the platforms and the stances that the stability, okay, the platforms that these people had in their life. Here's another word I was looking for. The pedestals that these people was on, right? That made them feel like they could do what they can do because of where they are in their life. Sometimes it has to take you stepping aside when you've done all that you can. You know that you've prayed. You know you've been dutiful. You know you even been a friend and loyal and genuine to those who cursed you and smited you and attacked you behind your back. Baby, let me tell you something. When it gets like that and friends turn into foes and allies turn into adversaries, let me tell you something. That's how you know that you touched. That's how you know that you blessed. That's how you know that you anointed. That's how you know that you're chosen, because they didn't have a reason, but they did you dirty anyway. Baby, let me tell you something. That's why they watch you. That's why they ain't gonna never let you go. That's why that friend ain't gonna never stop watching you trying to compete, baby. It's something in you. And when they see you, they see what they are not. But when it came to being real to you, instead of sticking by you, they wanted to compete. They wanted to outdo. They wanted to outsmart. Instead of just being who they needed to be, who you were being to them. But I keep telling you, they do it because at the end of the day, you got too many people out here that are focused on an image, on a facade, and on being better rather than being themselves and being genuine and being who God called them to be, because they don't know themselves. So when people misjudge you, they look down upon you. You understand what I'm saying? Because they think that they are better, because they think that you are lesser than, and they think that they are greater than. They think more of themselves than who they really are, and they think so less of you than who you really are, baby. You can't reason with a person who's going to, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you're going through in your life, you're always going to be the problem in these people's eyes. You're always going to be the issue. You're always going to be the one who needs to be down. You're always going to be the bad guy, the bad woman, the bad friend, because people don't want to take accountability when they didn't have a reason. I'm telling you, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this message is going to hit. They know they didn't have a reason, but they don't want to explain why, with the reason that they did not have, with the validity that was not there, okay, why they did you the way they did you. Behind your back. It's sad because they trying to figure out why you don't deal with them, because it's like you won't come to these peoples and tell them to their face, I know you spiritually attacked me behind my back. It's no secret trying to make my life hard than what it really needed to be. I know you slept with so-and-so behind my back. I know you positioned yourself. I know you propped yourself up, put me down, put yourself up, big yourself up. I know you lied on me. I know you don't like me. Okay. See, you know what it is and you know what it ain't, and people hate you for it. But let me tell you something. At the end of the day, baby, when God has called you to be something and do something up in your life, and I got to go. When God has called you out, you would never be able to fit in. It would never work. It would never happen for you. I don't care how many years, days, months pass by, how many things or people you lose. Baby, when God has called you out, okay, you will never fit in. But when God has choose to bless you and anoint you, what's meant for you will never pass you by. Until next time, you stay prayed up and be blessed.